Hello, it's me James and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Edition tutorial. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make an efficient iron golem farm on the Bedrock edition of Minecraft. Again, I have done a tutorial on an iron golem farm before, however there was a few problems with it, and to be fair it is not as simple as this one. And this one that I'm going to show you today actually spawns 2 iron golems at a time, which makes the rates considerably better than the other one. Again, I nearly couldn't speak. So before we start the tutorial, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. Again, if you've got any questions regarding this video or any other video, the best place to get me is on the Discord. Now, if you do not have Discord, you can always add me on the Twitter or the InstaJam, and I'll be happy to get back to you there. So as far as the material list goes, I'm going to put a full list of materials that you are going to need in the description below, and that means we're going to save a little bit of time in the actual tutorial. So that being said, let's actually get straight on to the build. Okay, so the first step to do of this farm is simply to pick a location. What I would do is go at least 30 to 40 blocks in the air. Again, I did try and put this on the floor, however I was getting golems spawn on the floor, so I'm just going to go a good amount above the floor like so, and that way we're not going to get any cats or golems spawn on the floor, because of course we want them to go straight into our kill chamber, which is of course the first step, well, the second step after finding the location of this farm. So simply I'm going to make a little platform and get myself some chests. I'm going to put 2 double chests down like so. After this I'm going to grab my hoppers, and then I'm going to go ahead and place 4 hoppers on top of those chests, and then 2 rails on the corner of each of those. So now what you want to do is grab yourself a block and simply go around the outside of these hoppers like so. Again, you are going to be able to remove these blocks after, but this is going to do you a lot of favors putting these blocks in. So right now what you're going to want to do is place 2 hopper minecarts, then your 3rd rail, then your 3rd hopper minecart. You'll see it does that. So when we place our 4th rail, they'll actually start going a little bit crazy like that, and that is exactly what we want. So once that is all locked in and can't escape, we can then go and remove these holder blocks like so, and that is step 1, well, step 2 complete. Alright guys, so this next step, basically you're going to need a holder block just here, and we're either going to use campfires or we're going to use magma blocks. Now campfires are probably a little bit better to use, purely for the fact if you use magma blocks we are actually going to have to put buttons on top because the little flames come, and these actual flames here do not damage the item. As you can see, this will go straight into our chest. So for this example I'm just going to use campfires. Okay, so around these campfires, what we're simply going to want to do is go like this. I'm going to actually put some glass on mine so you can see inside the kill chamber after. Again, you don't need to use glass. This is not a vital part of the build. You just want to go 2 up like so, and then we're just going to block all this in just so we don't have any spillage, because of course if you do follow the channel, we do not like spillage on this channel. Oh no, we do not. So we want to go up 3 blocks just like this. Very easy, very simple. Again, I'm just going to replace this side with glass as well, just so it looks, you know, that little bit nicer. I mean, you could actually do the whole kill chamber in glass if you really wanted. I mean, that's entirely up to you. So once you've got 3 blocks going up from like this bit here, so you got 1, 2 and 3, what we're actually going to do now is grab ourselves some signs, and it doesn't matter what signs that you pick. For example, you can pick any of these signs. I'm just going to pick these blue ones because they look like quite nice, to be honest with you. You want to miss a gap like so. As you can see, we've missed a gap between there, and we're going to place signs like this. It's a little bit hard to see because of the smoke, but we'll be able to get there. I mean, it's incredibly hard to see because of the smoke, and there we go. So you can see we've got like that gap where the flames are going up, and then we've got our signs. On top of those signs, we're going to put a bucket of lava. This is going to increase the speed of how fast they are going to get killed, the iron golems, because of course the faster that we kill them, the more that they'll spawn. So once we've done this, basically we want to get some solid blocks and go 7 each side. So we'll 7 out each side, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and of course we want to do that to every side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And basically, all you're going to want to do, if you didn't guess already, you want to come and link this up like so, making sure you've not added any extra blocks like I almost did then. And of course, we're going to do that to all 4 sides. Alright, so, and then once you've done that to all 4 sides, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. So, of course, if you haven't guessed already, we're going to go ahead and seal this thing up. So, we've got a huge platform, and of course, we're going to do this to the first section like so. Very, very simple. And if you haven't guessed it already, we're going to want to do that to every single side. Finally, we've got this one last strip, and you should have something that looks a little bit like this. Again, you can remove these pieces of glass because, to be honest with you, these pieces of glass at the top make it look a little bit ugly. I mean, I've got to have that. There you go, that looks perfect now. Okay, so the next step, we're simply going to go around the entire farm with half slabs like so. And that should be fairly simple. Again, you could like remove those corner ones, but I'm just going to put them in just for the video. And once you've done that, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. And it is looking reasonably good. So I'm just going to make sure it is daytime. Let me just go ahead and do that. There we go. So next step, what we're going to want to do is start adding the water. Very simple step. All we're going to grab right now is we're going to grab some fletching tables. Of course, we're going to grab our water. We're going to want some holder blocks as well, just ones that we can actually destroy. Of course, I'm going to use white concrete. And we are simply going to start adding our water. So to do this, we want to go each side like so and add one in the middle. We're going to place the water just there. And then we want to go 1, 2, and 3. And then what you can actually do is remove those blocks. And we want to go and do that to all 4 sides. So one more time, we're going to go 1, 2, 2, and 3. And of course, place our water. We're going to get solid blocks again and go 1, 2, 3. And then remove all of those blocks. And then, like I said, do that to all 4 sides. Okay, so if you've made the right size platform, you should have something that looks a little bit like this. We are now going to have to add additional bits of water, but what I would do first is pick 2 corners for our villager chambers, and I'm just going to simply pick this one and the opposite one. Make sure they're opposite corners, guys, and then place yourself 6 blocks here like so. So that was obviously 5. And then what we can do, get yourself some beds ready, because there's going to be a tiny little bit of spillage if you don't do this quick enough. But basically, you want to remove these 2 blocks and place a bed, remove these 2 blocks and place a bed, and remove these 2 blocks and place a bed. And of course, we're going to come around this side. Again, I apologize for that notification. We're going to come around this side like so, and we're going to do exactly the same. So we're going to break these 2 blocks, place a bed. We're breaking those 2 and that one and placing a bed. So from here, what you're going to want to do is go underneath these beds like so with solid blocks, and then we can place more solid blocks there. Remove the solid blocks from underneath these beds, and now we are fit to add even more beds. And we're going to go ahead and place 1 here like so, 1 here like so, and 1 here like so, and again here, and again here, and again here. Once you've done that, you can actually, like I said, remove those corner bits and remove any additional holder blocks that we don't need in this farm. So there we go. That is the beds added. Let's get on to the next step. Okay, so now we actually need to add like the chambers where the actual villagers are going to sit. So to do that, we want to place a block there. This block is going to prevent the villagers from obviously going into the kill chamber. Now what we want to do is jump on these beds, place a holder block like so, and then get a fletching table like this. Place another one, another one, another one, and another one, kind of like a cross. And then we can actually remove this one, and we can go ahead and double it up. And we are going to actually place one on top like this, but we're going to wait till our villagers are in there. And of course, once you've done that, you want to copy this exact step, so all the beds and the fletching tables this side, so it looks a little bit like this. So now what we're going to do before we actually do the final step of adding our villagers, we're simply going to add some water. So at this little bit where it goes down like so, we're simply going to go all the way across with buckets of water. And basically what that's going to do is create a nice little stream. Now what I like to do is leave one like this. It still points it inwards, and it actually reduces the amount of these source blocks there is. However, these source blocks of water do not do anything anyway. They just literally sit there, and even if something gets trapped in there, they always end up going to the kill chamber. So do not worry about these bits. Again, I'm going to go around the entire farm now with buckets of water. and yeah, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so what I will add is the fact that if you get a source block here, that's because you've not got gone close enough with your water. Again, you don't need to do both of these, simply do one. That means you'll get a source block here. This here will still siphon all of your stuff down to here, and of course this source block won't be there anymore, and that is actually good to go. So what we want to actually do, just to make sure everything's a-okay, is simply go on the beds now and throw some half slabs on top of the beds. This is going to prevent anything from spawning on the beds, because of course we don't want that. That would be a big bad. So let me just do that, and of course you want to do that on both sides. And now what we want to actually do is grab our villagers. Of course, there we go. So easiest way to do this, in my opinion, simply place a normal block there. Again, if you place this, sometimes it messes around with stuff. So yeah, just place a normal block and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So one of those was a baby. The baby generally will fall out, just like we've seen that, so we're gonna have to replace that. Again, make sure you're using full adults for this, and normally you can quickly get one in like that. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult, so I'll just go ahead and do this on this side as well. We're gonna go 1. Okay, that was a baby straight away. As you can see, it just goes straight through. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And of course, you don't want any of the nitwits in there, which are the little green characters. Those are bad for this farm. So we are then going to place a block there. That one is vital as well, because obviously we need these guys to actually go to it. And that is literally the farm complete. Again, sometimes it doesn't spawn like 2 together, as you just seen there. It will spawn like 1 and then 1 straight after. However, yeah, like I say, this thing is a lot more efficient than my other one. You can see that little guy won't go in. I have no idea, but eventually he does push himself in, and it does bust off the iron golem. As you can see, pretty instantly that guy spawned straight after. And as you can see, for some reason, when there's one in the kill chamber getting burnt, one of them won't actually go in. What you could do to fix that is simply put a little platform of lava above it. I mean, it's up to you how you do it. I mean, like I said, this is just a very simple, better version than my other one. And as you can see, like I said, the rates are a lot better as well. And of course, this one does spawn too. So if you haven't already, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. Again, if you've got any like improvements for this video, I'm always looking to improve on my farms. Any ideas, let me know in the comments, or of course, hit me up on the social media. And that is literally the end of today's video. I will catch you on the next one.